Oh boy, it's been a while, hasn't it? What with my last video crashing halfway through the Let's Play and all that. We're back at it again, and, you know, same spiel as before. Only this time, we have more tracks to play with. But you're probably wondering, who am I going to select this time? Because obviously we need to pick a character first, regardless. I had to think about this for a very long time, and it's already been a long time coming, but the two characters that we're going to be playing as back-to-back are none of the characters that you see above everybody else and all that. Instead, we're going to the bottom row this time to what I've been doing as of recently. You can see where I'm going with this. So this first character will be the Inkling Girl. Yes, you can tell where I'm going with this. I'm going to be using the Inkling Girl and the Inkling Boy. We're going to go ahead and select the Inkling Girl, get her all situated, and then we'll go and see what we have to do. Okay, so last time, part 1 of our second wave of DLC, we took on the Turnip Cup. I loved it. And then the second video of that part 2, the Propeller Cup, I loved it until the point where the video crashed. I am terribly sorry about that. Hopefully that won't happen again. So this time, we have the Rock Cup and the Moon Cup to play with in Wave 3. And today, this video, we're going to be looking at the Rock Cup, starting from Mario Kart Tour, London Loop, then over to the Game Boy Advance with Boo Lake, and then jumping up a generation with Rock Rock Mountain from the 3DS. And to finish it off, everybody's favorite from the Wii, although that's debatable, but don't get ahead of me, Maple Treeway. So, let's see what these tracks have to offer. Okay, so first stop on our list, first stop on our journey is London Loop. So let's see what we have to do here. I just realized that is a big map. And I've already forgotten how to play. Yeah, I've seriously forgotten how to play. Oh boy. Okay, so as you can tell, this track design is extremely big. I was not expecting it to be this big. But, you know, what are you going to do with something like this? I wasn't expecting it, and I love the overall size of it. But I can only imagine what's going to happen as far as, like, once we get to, like, oh, I don't know, the third lap. And I'm already screwing up. What is going on? As you can tell, I'm a little rusty because this game, I don't know what it is with Nintendo, but there are absolutely no warnings about when this game does anything DLC-wise. But from the look of London Loop, it looks amazing. I love the fact that it's bigger, it's brighter, it's much foggier, I would say. And I can already see what's gonna happen. No, wait, why is the chain chomp loose? Help? Oh, that can't be good. What's happening? I seriously don't know what's happening. Okay, like the name suggests, and I'm gonna mention it again, this whole track is throwing me through a loop. Get it? Cause it's London Loop? It's London Loop! London Loop! Ugh, I really need to stop making those awful jokes. Because now it's time to get on with the actual, like, review. So if you remember from the last 4 videos, I rated these solely on, like, how they impressed me, how they did this, how they did that. And right off the bat, I absolutely love this track. In fact, the sheer size of the track map alone surprised me. Like, surprised me to the point where I was, like, speechless for that entire race. But I digress. The level looks amazing. The amount of detail, especially with the fog and the road textures, as mentioned before with what I said about New York Minute, it's absolutely amazing. the impression I get from it is that this, not a lot of people are going to like, but I love it so much that I cannot give it a low score. So, with that said, I can't believe I'm doing this for the first track, but London Loop gets a perfect 10 out of 10 right out of the gate. I know, right? Crazy, huh? But I don't think it's going to end there, because we still have 3 more tracks to go for this video. So, with that said, let's head off to the next track. And that track is Boo Lake from the Game Boy Advance. And oh my god, I actually really like the presentation of this whole thing. I'm already speechless. I'm speechless again. Oh, and they retained the friggin' track design again. That is so cool. Oh, I'm falling in love with this track again. Ooh, I actually do like the idea of throwing the entire boardwalk into the friggin' lake. I love that. Fantastic. I am not about to lose on this track. No, I am not about to let my childhood die in the lake. No, don't you dare. Ah, damn it. Okay. Oh boy, this is gonna be very, very dicey. Somebody get my Dyson. It's gonna get really, really dicey? Hello? What just happened there? Dude, what the hell is going on with this? I cannot believe I'm actually losing on one of my favorite tracks. Again with the... Okay. That's it, game. You want to play dirty? Then I can play dirty. What am I doing? Oh, and that final lap music. I love it. I absolutely love it. Hey, stop throwing your shit at me. Now I'm starting to get mad. Huh. Oh! Oh! Woo! Comeback for the win. Okay, that I wasn't expecting. That I was totally not expecting. The amount of comeback that I had, that's what I should have been looking for. That's what I needed in the last 2 reviews. The last 4 videos. I was not expecting to pull that off. And I have a lot to say about that, but I'll give you the short version. This, like London Loop, has impressed me to the point where the design of the overall track is much better than the original flat design of the source track. But that's not even the biggest part, aside from the comeback, of course. Anyway, that race, as tight as this track is challenging in a way that it makes it super fun. Like, I'm not even joking. If you were to go online, and this is my impression for this track, if you were to go online and this is the track that everybody selects, you're gonna have a very, very fun time with this track. With the amount of, like, shit that's going on all at the same time. And with that said, this track gets a perfect 10 out of 10. I'm already impressed. But will the third track for the entire cup impress me? Let's find out. That third track being Rock Rock Mountain from the 3DS. Yeah, we're jumping up a few generations to... yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I can't wait to see what they did for this. I mean, I already know what they did with this, but I don't know what's going to happen here. Well, it seems that nothing's really changed as far as the track design. Well, the mini-map or anything like that, but that remains to be seen and said. So, let's see here. Okay, so I don't know if it's because I'm playing with a bike or anything, but for some weird reason, this game's physics just doesn't... It's really rubbing me the wrong way. And I've been playing some new kart racers as of recently, and that might be the problem. But come on, how can you get mad? How can you be angry with Mario Kart? It's Mario Kart, for crying out loud. Wait a minute. Is this a... Did they make the hill an anti-gravity section? What? Okay, I was not expecting that at all. That's actually a pretty welcome change if you ask me. Because thinking about it this way, you're going up a very steep incline. And I'll touch more about that when I, like, you know, talk about this review in detail or something like that. But, you know, that's a very clever choice. I like that. The thing is about the 3DS, the thing about Mario Kart 7 is I do like that game. It just feels a little underdeveloped. Like, there's very little to do other than, you know, play the tracks and win the characters, get all the cars, beat the time trials, go online. But, you know, that's just me, I guess. I don't know. I guess the other thing, too, about this track is that, like the original track, and like all the other tracks that everyone's been seeing, including myself, there's not really much I can brag about this track, other than the fact that this track is already amazing by itself, but the fact that it's an anti-gravity section on the final like leg of the race, that's a welcome change. So let me reiterate. This track, it's pretty much untouched, except for the final section towards the top of the hill before the finish line. I like the idea of putting an anti-gravity section in there just for a brief moment and putting a few spin booster tops or whatever those things are supposed to be in the middle to get you extra speed. The impression I'm getting from this is that, yeah, it's a little copy and paste, but it's a good kind of copy and paste. Unlike Toad's Circuit, where it's just boring. Nothing really changed from, you know, its inclusion. If anything, I don't even know why they chose that track in the first place. But, you know, regardless, this track is a fan favorite, depending on who you are. And if you choose this track online, if you play this track online, you already know what you're getting yourself into. Sorry, my tongue just... Anyway, so my final score for this is a 9 out of 10. Not a bad way to get closer to the end of this video, but we're still not done. Rock Mountain isn't even the tip of this DLC, this wave's iceberg, or even the cherry on Sky High Sundae. But, you know, we've got one more track to go, and then we head off to the next video. So, without further ado, it's time for everyone's favorite from the Wii, Maple Treeway. And looking at it right now, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Just from the way that all of the oranges, the browns, the greens, all those earthy colors really seem to stand out. They pop a little more. Ooh, they even updated the music. That's an actual harmonica. I love that. Get out of my way, Toadette. You're blocking my view of the finish line. Ooh, actually, what? Oh, I see what they went for here. Get out of my way. They got rid of the net. That's interesting. Although I kind of have to admit that I do miss that net. Replacing it with a fly section there, a glider section, sorry. I think I kind of agree with that, but I'm not entirely sure. We still have the rest of this entire track to go through, and we haven't even gotten to the final tally yet. Those wigglers are already starting to give me some anxiety, and who is throwing fireballs at me? Oh, fantastic. Look! Alright, going down. Toadette, where are you hoping to throw that? I should have seen that coming. Why did I not see that coming? Great, now I have to get past all of these people who are just really wrecking me today. I'm in 7th. Look at this. This should not be happening. But let's see if I can get another comeback like on Boo Lake. Oh. How about you get out of my way and let me snap your neck as you drive your car? Please give me a star, for the love of God. Are you kidding me? What is going on here? I'm not even doing anything. The game is just saying, screw off. How? Am I that rusty? I don't understand. What do you want from me, game? What do you want? Sorry. Kind of stepped out of line there for a second. This track was very fun, but it was very challenging when you equate it to the fact that I'm playing this on 150cc with, like, hard AI characters. But, you know, the damage is done. We've got cleanup to do again! But I'm not even worried, because this track kept me on edge the whole time. In a good way, of course. Because the fact that this track is included here, I think this was a long time coming. I think everybody would have wanted this track right from the get-go. Maybe even in, like, the days of the Wii U and all that. And the inclusion of a glider section taking the place of the net, while it doesn't feel the same, it is a nice welcome. The impression I'm gonna get from this is that, like everybody else, it's a fan favorite. Everybody loves this track. What's not to love about Maple Treeway? With that said, I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. So, yeah. This was a really fun experience. But we're not done yet. We have to tally up the votes. And by votes, I mean results. And there you have it. That's the Rock Cup. I had a blast with this entire cup. I was not expecting it to surprise me in the way that it did. I had a lot of fun. So, what did we learn? London Loop got a perfect 10 out of 10. Boo Lake, 10 out of 10, not just because of the fact that we got a epic comeback, but for its sheer design choice alone. Rock Mountain with a 9 out of 10, and Maple Treeway also getting a 9 out of 10. So you know what this means? By itself, the Rock Cup gets a perfect 10 out of 10. How in the world did Nintendo manage to pull this off? I don't know, but we've got one more video to get through. We've got one more cup to do, and we've got another character to spotlight. You know what? I'm already getting ahead of myself. So tune in next time, and we'll go over the Moon Cup. Don't go anywhere. I'll see you soon. Why does this keep happening?